Listen to me, old man. I am not explaining a bee to my father.
Just to be sure, this video contains spoilers. Although Niles may not be in the revival, Frasier's character is irreparably damaged by a single line in Frasier Reboot Episode 8. Frasier begins his third and possibly final act in Boston, his former home during his time in Cheers. As a result, he experiences physical separation from the rest of his family in Seattle, particularly his brother Niles and sister-in-law Daphne.
Didn't you and Uncle Niles once have a restaurant you quit after like one day?
Given Martin's recent death, the brothers should ideally be together. Unfortunately, life is dragging them apart, with Frasier having to go to Boston to repair his relationship with his own kid. Niles was going to be a part of the Frasier remake behind the scenes. Kelsey Grammer invited David Hyde Pierce to return, with the original plan being for the Crane brothers to cope with Martin's death by co-running a black box theater. Pierce, however, declined the offer. Aside from not wanting to duplicate his Emmy-winning performance as Frasier, the actor has always been adamant against resurrecting the character. This compelled Grammer and his team to rethink the film's plot. Despite his absence, Niles is still a crucial part of the revival. David, their kid, ensures that he and Daphne are well represented in the play. David claims his father will get so mad at his grade. Inspired by what made the original show so popular, the Frasier revival seeks to capitalize on its familial themes, although in a novel way. Aside from Freddie, Frasier must contend with his nephew, David, who is now residing in Boston and attending Harvard. No details about Niles and Daphne's kid's childhood were shown after he was born in the original show's finale, making him virtually a new character in the revival.
Oh my God. I got a bee.
However, it has become evident that he is a hybrid of his father and mother. Because he is Niles' son, he is shocked to learn that he receives a B in Frasier Reboot Episode 8, The B Story. David, distraught over breaking his A streak, asks his uncle for another chance to earn his desired grade. He becomes so consumed with the notion that he is willing to put his uncle's life in peril to get a better deal. David's extreme reaction to receiving a less-than-perfect mark appears to be founded on his dread of disappointing his father. He admits to a drunk Freddie at Mahoney's that his B could cause Niles to send him to trade school, which is really simply upend. David says nothing about how his mother would react to the situation. However, it appears that Niles is placing too much pressure on his son, which stresses him out. As the episode progresses, David becomes increasingly obsessive and despondent over the status of his work in Frasier's class.
Realize there's only one way to atone for this? I'm dropping out of Harvard.
He eventually reveals to Freddie that his desire to be the best at everything has overwhelmed him. Niles has misgivings about becoming a father, and while there's no doubt that he wants to be a good one, his son's reaction to his grade shows that he is expecting much too much from David.